Pop music has made Sean "Puffy" Combs a major player in the music industry. He parties in St. Bart's, plays polo in the Hamptons, and vows one day to be even bigger than reigning mogul David Geffen. But was David Geffen ever busted for assault? Puffy Combs was last Friday, all because the wrong version of a video aired on MTV. Here's what happened.
For several years now, this has been the picture of Sean "Puffy" Combs. Performer, executive, entrepreneur, high society socialite, mogul. But this past week, that picture looked very different. Puffy, as well as the head of his security team, 29-year-old Paul Offord, are both now free on bail after being charged with second-degree assault and criminal mischief in connection with a beating attack on music industry executive Steve Stoute, who not only manages Nas, but also served as executive producer on the rapper's latest chart-topping album, I Am. The attack allegedly occurred after Puffy became enraged when MTV premiered the video for Nas's latest single, Hate Me Now, featuring a crucifixion scene in which both Nas and Puffy are depicted hanging on crosses. Puffy reportedly demanded removal of the crucifixion scene before it aired. And while it was Nas's label, Columbia Records, that actually delivered the wrong version of the video to MTV, Puffy has been accused of taking his anger out on Stoute for the error, though it's still not exactly clear why. According to police reports, Stoute suffered, among other injuries, a broken arm after being kicked and beaten with a chair and a champagne bottle as well. Not unlike Puffy, Steve Stoute, too, is a high-stakes power broker in the hip-hop world. In addition to managing Nas, the former Sony Records executive is currently the head of urban music for Interscope, and he remains the president of Trackmasters Entertainment, negotiating deals for the production gurus who've worked with the likes of Will Smith, Foxy Brown, and Mariah Carey. Religious imagery in rock has caused controversy in the past, and those sources, including Nas, say Puffy didn't appear to have a problem shooting the scene in question. He began to have second thoughts while editing the video.
The first time I started hearing Puffy, talk about the crucifixion scenes was a few days before it was supposed to air. He was asking me, am I nervous about it? You know what I mean? And he was saying that maybe we should let other people see it and get their opinions because he wants to know how people is going to look at it.
Puffy has declined numerous requests for an interview with MTV News, but reports allege that one opinion was particularly persuasive in his decision to censor the crucifixion scene, that of his minister, making the devout mogul's allegedly violent reaction to the mix-up all the more surprising.
It strikes me like Puff, word, is like, you know what I mean? He doesn't strike me as that type of individual.
I had no comment about the incident in particular. It's just more for me. I think that it just was a bad thing to happen.
All of a sudden something like this happens, it's the type of thing that ruins somebody's image.
Now you're gonna have to pay fines and all kind of stupid stuff.
In fact, that stupid stuff could include a lot more than fines. Puffy could get up to 7 years in prison if convicted on all charges. Still, with everything he has to lose, his restaurant, his clothing line, his record company, his social standing, and his freedom, Puffy was remarkably flippant in his only public comment to date, during an interview with a local New York reporter just hours after the alleged incident.
Listen, Puffy, there's a bad rumor going around that either you or your people were involved with beating up a record executive.
Oh, yeah?
What's your side of the story on that?
I heard that rumor too. I don't even really know where it came from.
Puffy Combs has pleaded not guilty in this case. He has a court date in New York on June 24th, and police say they're still looking for a third assailant. We'll be back in moments with Reese Witherspoon as a crazed student council candidate in the new movie Election and Wyclef Jean's Haitian Carnival in Miami. Do stay tuned.